Hello guys, it's me your friend Roshan Kumar Shah and I heartily welcome to you my 22nd QBasic programming language tutorial. So in this tutorial again I'm going to speak something about some stuffs about what again array. So don't worry, I have written some stuffs over here and trust me guys, I will make you understand each and every line of this particular program. So here we go. Actually, it was a lengthy program, so I thought to write first of all and then I will make you understand. I think it is a good way because it will make the tutorial short and even you guys can understand it more clearly because I will give my time in making you guys understand in spite of giving all of my time in typing. So the first command is cls. It will say the QBasic, hey QBasic, clear the screen because I want to start a new program, okay? And QBasic will do so because QBasic is scared of us. We do whatever QBasic does whatever we say. And afterwards, clearing the screen, I have given the command to QBasic, hey QBasic, please make an array of 10 boxes, please. Then QBasic will make 10 boxes and since I have not used any $sign, it means we can input only the numbers. Absolutely correct. It will create 10 boxes and we can input only numbers. Now before proceeding to the program, first of all I would like to say the question that for what the heck this program has been built. Suppose your boss came and said you to make a program such that the user can input 10 numbers and you have to find the greatest and the smallest one among those 10 inputted numbers. So this program is built to do so only. You have to find out the smallest and the greatest number among the 10 inputted numbers, and that's why I introduced an array to store 10 numbers. And here is the for next loop which will allow the user to input 10 numbers, and it says enter a number buddy, and each number will be stored in a particular box. As for example, the first number will be stored in n1, the second one will be stored in n2, and similarly the 10th number goes up to stored in n10. So up to here we have stored 10 numbers. Okay, great, we have done a great task. But the picture, there is a dialogue of Shah Rukh Khan in Om Sanjum, picture abhi baki hai mere dost. So the picture is still to be seen, and here is that here is the climax, the main brain part of the program. So up to here I have inputted 10 numbers and stored those 10 numbers in respective boxes. Cool. Now what I have done using these two let statements is that I have assigned the very first value as the greatest one, and similarly I have also assumed the very first number also to be the smallest one. As for example, suppose the first number was 7, then these two statements is what gonna do? It will say that the greatest number is 7 as well the smallest number is 7. Since we don't know that what are the numbers that we are going to input in future, so we assign this very particular number as to be the greatest one and smallest one. And why did we do so? Because we don't know what are going to be the incoming numbers in nearby future. So these two statements, these two let statements, in fact to be clear, is going to assign the very first number as the greatest and the smallest one. Now finally the main part of the program. Now since we have dealt with the first number, that's why this for loop is going to start from 2 to 10. Why? Because we already have what checked for the first number. Now if n p is greater than the greatest number, then let greatest number is equal to np. Suppose the second number was 10. Okay, cool. Now the second number was what, 10. Now np, n2 is 10, then is 10 is greater than the greatest number? It means is 10 is greater than 7? Yes, it is. So the greatest number is now going to be changed and it will be 10, that is np, and that is n2. So in this way we will check each and every number 9 times. As see, it is starting from 2 to 10. It will check the remaining 9 numbers in these for next loop, and if the program gets any number as to be the greatest one or the smallest one, then the assignation was previously made as n1 to be only as the greatest and the smallest one. But if the program find out any other number to be more greater than the previous one, then the assignation to the greatest and similarly the smallest value will get changed. And finally after doing so, we have the greatest number in the variable called greatest, and we have the smallest number in the variable called smallest, and we have checked each and every numbers. For checking the first number, to be in fact more clear, we didn't check the first number, we directly assume the first number as to be the greatest and the smallest one. We check the remaining 9 numbers, and if there was any number to be greater or smaller than the first number, then the greatest and the smallest number gone changed or going to be changed. So we have the greatest number in the greatest variable and smallest number in the smallest variable. I mean the greatest number is in a variable term which is termed as greatest, and the smallest number is stored in a variable called smallest. So this for next loop will execute 9 times, and if we get any number greater than the previous one, then it will change the greatest number and will store the number which is the greatest. And finally afterwards executing the for next loop, it will print out the greatest number as the greatest number is greatest and whatever the value is, and the smallest number is the smallest. Okay, cool. So now let me run this program and show you an example. And here we go. Enter a number, buddy. Suppose I inputted the number as 7, cool, and the second number as 10 and 3. The main problem was that we can put any 10 random numbers, and that was the only major problem. It means the pattern was not fixed that you are going to put a number in an increasing way. As for example, suppose you have inputted 10, if you have inputted 7, then you are not allowed to input 4. Such was not the case. We were allowed to input any random numbers. It can be increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, increasing, increasing, increasing. It can be random, anything. And that was the only main problem, though we deal with it. And here is the proof that we deal with it. So 7, 10, 3, now 6, and any numbers you can input, blah blah blah. And okay, cool. So we know that the output should be as the greatest number should be this one and the smallest number should be 1. Okay, we know the output, and let us check that whether we have written the program correctly or not, as we know. But if the answer is that this is the greatest number and 1 is the smallest number, then it is true that our program is totally correct. So see, it says the greatest number is this much and the smallest number is 1, and we knew that it is only going to be the result. It means our program is correct. Yay, congratulations to us, we made a program in which we were allowed to input 10 numbers and we found out the greatest and the smallest number among those 10 inputted numbers. Really, you learned a very good concepts. So this was for these tutorials. See you guys in next tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel and thank you for watching.